thanks. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Oh, there's so many puns that I've been holding back. So don't get me started, because I will not stop. Like, yeah, you can just imagine the amount of puns that come out of that one freaking joke. So yes, but hopefully we can we'll get Big Love a Tesla soon. This way he can test out the actual smart summon himself. Let us know how it works.
Definitely. It's made for Big Love. They definitely had him in mind when they were figuring out what to name this one.
Yeah, keep us posted. Remember, Elon sent a Tesla to the moon, and when he had his private exhibit, into space, he hosted this very cool place where he was showing a lot of stuff at Peterson's museum. Among others, there was a setup where you could see where in the solar system currently is his Tesla, because ultimately his dream is to create Tesla brand that is going to be a Mars rover. That's that's another opportunity, but that's an interesting story. Listen, if I may, I just want to say hello and send love to RTF. Listen, I just discovered incredible art that you have created, RTF, and I'm sorry I did not acknowledge it sooner. It's fantastic, and I appreciate it very much, and I will make up for it. And what you have created is absolutely artistically phenomenal. So I want to invite you to be part of my Olympics and to the Moon collection, because I really love what you did. So RTF, thank you, and sorry for not seeing it sooner. Please join me tomorrow at 11 a.m. if you can. I would love to introduce you to the audience. RTF, if you can hear me.
Battle starts.
RTF is a freaking legend. If you haven't already, guys, just take a look at the comment section. RTF has been ripping it with all the humor, all the memes, all the enjoyment, and yes, Lady Rocket, an absolutely phenomenal artist. RTF does ordinal art that is incredibly beautiful and creates a synergy with the visuals and the music as well. So happy you were able to take a look.
Yes, and I just discovered it by sending some of you invitation for tomorrow's. All of you, but I know some of you are in the time zone that are prohibited. So RTF, I apologize for not recognizing it sooner. And thank you, Carla. Yeah, it's amazing. So my love to RTF, and thank you. I will send you a picture of what he has created, one with the cat, and if he's in ordinals, we still have to mend our to the moon cat. So maybe we can figure out how we can work with RTF's art.
You will not find anyone better, in my opinion, when it comes to that. RTF has been very elusive in the sense that he brings absolutely so much value to the space and our community and our friends and family Rocket, but we have never heard them speak, so it is a mystery till now.
Well, it's even more appreciated. So RTF, thank you from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of my cat's heart, because you caught perfectly image of my cats, and so merci beaucoup. Yeah, and thanks, Carla, for bringing such wonderful people to the community so we can meet them.
Oh, that is my absolute honor that J5 has continued to bring in so many different communities and people, and all our friends and fam kind of bring each other into the space. It really is an honor to be able to have us all here to have a good time. Like we say at the end of the day, kind of just unwind, have fun, and catch up on whatever we've missed. And obviously, there's always something fun and exciting going on here in Web3. Lady Rocky, you're still on mute. Did you want to say something else?
No, I'm fine. Thank you so much. And I'm crashing because of the jet lag, so don't mind me taking off shortly. Enjoyed being with you.
Welcome back again. So happy that you made it, and of course, get some rest. You got another big day tomorrow. So, did I miss what RTF shared?
No.
Lady Rocket and her cat? What is it? Where is it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where you were Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I was going to try to go through Space 35 without mentioning it because it's all of the unmentionables.
It's freaking awesome. What are you talking about? I'm in it. Big Love is in it. You're in it. I just didn't see Jeremy. I was like looking for the drummer. I'm like, oh, we can't see the drummer. Jeremy, I don't know why it would remind me of a drummer.
Play that drum solo I did in your theme song.
There it is. See? I knew it. He's a drummer.
Okay. Well, now all I see is Jeremy drumming in there. But yes. They really performed like this? I can't.
Yes, they performed like this. Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was like, give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Man, that is good. I know I've seen this, and it's still like, oh, they actually did do this, and I love them. I've actually seen them perform twice, but never like that. So.
Well, that's not them, but obviously that's not them. But they did do this exact thing. RTF just created this custom one for us as requested. Much appreciated, RTF. We love you.
Yeah, very, very interesting indeed.
If I can just jump for a couple of seconds and just say hello to RTF again, because I just noticed that he started the collection with references to the Paris Olympics. And very, very creative, very cool. So RTF tomorrow, if it's okay with you, I would like to show it and recognize you, because tomorrow I will be talking about Paris NFTs Olympics. So send a message if you would like to, and thank you again. And I will be promoting and using the NFTs and artists that I am embracing in the context of Paris here in Los Angeles, because I am creating a bridge between the presence at Paris Olympics to represent art and Web3 and the moon, and digging it to our city of Los Angeles as a part of the potential vision for using NFTs and blockchain also in our city. So thanks, Carla, and thank you, RTF.
Awesome things happening. We've got Van Gogh on Tron. See, the artists just keep piling in. That's fantastic. Welcome to the Web3 Encore. Gaussian, our analytical brain. Hello, welcome. It's nice to see you. I see you rocking that snake and fofar PFP. My goodness, it suits you well. Thanks so much for coming, guys. So, J5, do we want to do a last call for this giveaway game?
Let's see.
And I think I saw. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna double check. So we got Jeremy, Cohen, Patrick, Philo, T2, and Queen Karen. I don't see any other entries since then. So yeah, last call, and then we'll just do it.
All right, I'm gonna pin it up one more time just so that it's the first thing you see up there on the nested carousel. We are doing a Karate Combat giveaway in preparation for the event in Singapore, September 18th. Got some awesome Not Taco Tuesday entries so far. So if you want to get in on this, J5's got the duck race prepped and ready to go. 34 people watching live. Always awesome to see that number grow. And yes, we've got Sneck up here. Welcome, sir.
Hello, nice to see all of you. RTF summoned me tonight, and I'm actually in between work and dinner, but I was like, you know what, I can stop by here and say hello. So it's great to see all of you, and yeah, credit where credit is due. Actually, I just want to first acknowledge that both RTF and excuse me, Patrick were present in spaces that I was co-hosting with FOFAR. So we did our white paper release. Gosh, when was it? I feel like it was just yesterday, actually. Yesterday afternoon, I think it was yesterday. I don't know. Time goes by so fast. And yeah, we spoke about kind of some of the new developments in our project, and RTF made a ton of memes that we all thought were really funny, and so we came up with something that I actually brought up to the team and said, hey, we should actually include this, in the project. So we're gonna have a layer 2 gaming token called Bacon. Yeah, I know. I mean, who doesn't like bacon? And so RTF was talking about how when we airdrop bacon, we should call it Bacon Bits. And I thought that was just hilarious. I loved it.
It goes
So
with the theme.
yeah, no, we're really excited. Like, we've got a lot going on. For those of you who don't know me, I do see some new faces. I am the lead analyst for the FOFAR project on Ethereum, which is part of the Boys Club official meme coins, which includes Pepe, Landwolf, Andy, Bread on Base, and Bird Dog. So FOFAR is the last official Boys meme club meme coin from the Boys Club. So yeah, like, and Blem is actually one of our mods or admins, and he's actually in here as well. So I posted the space to the admin team at FOFAR saying, hey, you guys should join in. So welcome to Blem. He's a great contributing member of our community as well. So a lot of great stuff going on at FOFAR. Maybe later I'll post some of the links to I'll post a link to our white paper. But basically, to make a long story short, we are reinventing NFTs. So the way that NFTs are traditionally done is that the creator of the NFT comes up with sort of, or predetermines the rarity of, a particular NFT based sometimes on some kind of algorithm or whatever. They say this layer has this value, and, or just, they just come up with it themselves and say, hey, this is going to be the 1 out of 10,000, for instance. At FOFAR, we're doing something a little bit different. So we are actually, they've actually developed an algorithm to assign rarity in a dynamic sort of way, meaning that the community will decide what the most rare traits are based on demand. And the NFTs are going to be integrated into a social gaming arcade. And so we're going to have games in there, some of which should be released pretty soon. I can't fully disclose all of that, but the goal eventually is to turn this gaming platform into a decentralized gaming platform that any chain can use. That's right, any chain. So FOFAR has some pretty huge visions, and for a $1.5 million market cap project, this is pretty insane. Our lead strategist has experience running an $800,000 project. I mean, $800 million project. Big difference between the two. Back in 2017. So he's been a big visionary behind the scenes. We have a team of I think around 20 people, several artists. And Tori, by the way, was brought on as the artistic director for both parts. So happy for her. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been consuming most of my time working with them. But I'm still doing my analysis. I've actually done some videos recently, and I could probably just pin those in the carousel. They're on my Twitter somewhere, so I'll post those. I'm going to do a new video tonight. But basically, one of the things I've been kind of focused on lately is just preparing for what I'm calling the pump and dump of the crypto market. So my theory and my thesis is that, after we get this final shakeout over with that we seem to be in right now, and really close out this broadening wedge that we've been in since March, I suspect we're going to get another leg up that's driven and fueled by rate cuts. As we know, on September 18th, the Fed is going to cut rates. I mean, I think it's, you can't ever say they're going to do this like definitively, but I would say, looking at the CME Group forecast, looking at what's happening with the stock market, what happened to Nvidia today, the Department of Justice came after them, which I'm like, interesting timing. I think it's, I don't know. I still think that another pump is coming. Quarterly hike in asking candles for the stock market still looks very good, and I'm not going to change my thesis that I think we will have a nice pump that will probably occur in mostly Q4 and some of Q1. I think we'll get an altcoin season, but I actually think that might be the end of the bull market right there as we approach a potential hard landing. So I put a video out on that. I guess it's sort of bittersweet. Tonight, though, I've had people in my Telegram group kind of like looking at the current data with the stock market, looking at Bitcoin, which I believe is below its moving average, and through a bunch of discussions in that Telegram group. We have like 270 people in there. It's a fairly small group of customers live discussions. They've kind of convinced me to do a video on the depressing case where we're already heading into a recession, and that is not my base case at all. I mean, just to be clear about that, but I feel like it's important to consider, alternate perspectives and not just go with the one that I think is most likely to happen. So, I'll be doing a video on that tonight. Kind of depresses me. It's one video I really don't want to do because I don't think it's going to happen that way. But I feel like it's worth exploring anyway, just looking at it. So yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about so far on there. I also released my first, I grew up here in Spaces with you guys. I think I joined on like, what was it, like the 19th space, something like that. It was somewhere around there. And you guys and Udio and actually finally put together a full album and released it on SoundCloud. I think I shared with you guys in the messages, 13 tracks. I actually remastered the tracks myself. I learned a little bit about music editing, just a little bit. I think I did all right. And it was very well received by the folk art community. I'm going to be working on the volume 2. So thank you to everyone who's encouraged me to pursue that, because it's actually a lot of fun. And Suno is really my preferred platform still, even though the voices on Suno sometimes are questionable. And you can't always get exactly what you want. I don't know, for me, I'm just kind of rolling with it. And I'll be working on a second album for that. Really excited because it helps me get through some of these tough times in the market. As you know, if you hold altcoins, this is a terrible time to be holding them in the sense that it doesn't feel very good because Bitcoin season. I mean, like, it just is, right? Bitcoin dominance is, I don't know what it is today, but it's near 58%, and the crypto market still feels very jittery and risk off. But I think our time will come. I think altcoin season is very close. And I think 2025 will be when altcoins really take off. Like, even if the Bitcoin bull market were to end in February, which is kind of where I'm projecting it, a potential end to Bitcoin's bull market, altcoin season will go for another couple months. And I think altcoins will also see Bitcoin go to where I think it's going to go, which is up. In Q4, it'll drag the alts up with it, and I think Bitcoin dominance will start to roll over kind of sometime in Q4. Everything's kind of lining up for that. That's why I said I'm not really looking forward to making this video tonight, because to be quite honest with you, I'm not bearish on it. So to make a video where I'm going to present a bearish hypothesis, like, feels wrong, but I guess, like I said, just have to kind of balance it out. So I'm bullish. Very bullish for crypto. I mean, look at the stock market. The stock market was hitting a major uptrend. Yes, it's pulling back now. Yes, Nvidia took a big dump today on what feels like, a little bit of a direct attack on it. The antitrust lawsuit. And maybe there's some credibility to it. I don't know. But regardless, it's just like, September, Rectember, like, let's just drag the market down. But I'm not seeing any reason to be concerned about the stock market just yet. And, we still have rate cuts. Those are traditionally bullish, initially at least. they're not bullish for long. So the pump and dump hypothesis, I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to show you the earlier carousel updates in my video here, a few of them to highlight what I'm talking about here. I mean, these are long videos. I'm going to go for like anywhere from 40 to like 55 minutes because I get into things in detail. So yeah, I think we'll stop it there. You know, anybody has any questions about anything, just let me know.
Yep, for sure, guys. And right before you came out, that's what we were gonna talk about. Everything is on sale again. So some of us are going out shopping for sure. Yeah, no, definitely. Like rate cuts are coming. I definitely there's a few more these ups and downs and shakeouts coming. And I also do see like if you look at some of the other potentials, like from the altcoins, there's definitely some that have been ripping too, right? So, but I agreed, yeah. Oh, someone has a hot mic.
Lady Rocket, you got a hot mic?
But yeah, I'm with you on that one, Gaussian. Like, I mean, like the whole like perspective, right? Like you said, like in some cases, you know, you can be bullish, right, on it. But at the same time, it's good to have that bearish perspective too. Keep yourself on your toes and don't like really, like fool yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, you're here to take profits, right? So you gotta be ready, right? So yeah, but no, I'm definitely like sit down with all the good stuff. So it's a bit of a roller coaster, although I hate roller coasters. This is the kind of one I do like. It's kind of like a wee.
Yeah, I mean, I I understand. If you have cash, it's good. I mean, you take advantage of the dip. I feel like having, you know, if you're a conservative investor, which I aspire to be, but I'm very much not right now. Then I think having, you know, not I have to say that, being Bitcoin heavy and having a nice cash position on the side makes a lot of sense. To me, it's very sensible, and having a small hedge of Ethereum, small coins, just in case, you know, things just take off out of nowhere. I've honestly seen a lot of indicators pointing to, you know, others, which is pretty much the altcoin market minus the top 10, kind of already being at the bottom of the top. It hasn't bottomed yet. There's like this over half decade long trend line that others has held. Well, it's held for about 5 years. So those kind of trend lines, and it doesn't have like a lot of touch points on it either, like no recently or anything. I think those kind of trend lines will hold until they don't, right? Ethereum broke its trend line against Bitcoin, and that trend line was like an 8-year trend line, a 7 or 8 year trend line, and it went under it. I pretty much said, like, I don't think this thing's coming back for a while. And, you know, Bitcoin, I think that's sort of where we kind of say, okay, altcoin is here when Bitcoin finally finds its bottom, which I think could happen as much as this month. Could happen this month, or in October. Like, I think it's happening soon where Bitcoin's going to find some kind of bottom. And yeah, I don't know what it is today, but last time I checked it, something like that. I think we're going to get back in that red zone that I drew. You guys remember it because I've been talking about it since like I first came on here. My red zone targets have all been hit, so you know, I don't just like pull these things out of thin air. But I think good times are ahead for a little while. But I will say J5, because of what's going on with unemployment, because of what's been going on with initial claims, you know, the rate cut cycle and the history that the stock market has with rate cuts, with respect to rate cuts, we need to be careful, more careful than ever when we head. Let's say we get a bullish impulse wave that hits for the next 3 or 4 months. Let's just hypothetically say that for Bitcoin. We need to kind of not assume that the 4-year cycle has to complete itself, because that 4-year cycle thing is just an artifact of our imagination. I mean, it's really only happened a few times. It's never really been exactly 4 years anyways. It's just more an artifact of the halving, which has been a significant event, and also the fact that Bitcoin has existed mostly in low interest rate environments, some cases 0 interest rate environments. It's never existed in high interest rate environments. You know, it's crazy to call it high interest rates when in the 80s you were dealing with, you know, double-digit interest rates. But 550 basis points is a number we haven't seen nearly 2 decades. You know, you could say a decade and a half, right? So I think we just don't know if Bitcoin is handle things. But my guess, I still believe that Bitcoin is fundamentally a speculative asset, despite the fact that a lot of people want to, like Bitcoin, right? You invest in Bitcoin, and then when Bitcoin finally finds a new top and starts to roll over, you take that money from Bitcoin and you put it into Ethereum and altcoins to compound your gains. Well, there's people in the stock market who, do something similar. So I feel like we will see liquidity flow in, especially rate cuts being lowered is psychologically telling us that money is going to be easier to get, and rate cuts don't directly provide liquidity, but you're seeing signs that the Fed are doing little tricks to increase the empty money supply, which worries me honestly. But what are they supposed to do, right? I feel like it's the 1970s all over again in some sense. So yeah.
And there is a compelling debate coming out of presidential elections. Distinct difference between both parties that they are taking towards cryptocurrency, and with Trump promising creating a national reserve. And there is another compelling event. Being in Europe, I was reading French, German press, and I have not seen it being discussed in the States yet, but apparently there's a upcoming massive acquisition of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies by people's regime as a reaction to the fact that they are cut off from the access to dollars and fiat. They need to have monetary energy and some kind of currency to keep their economy functioning. So in highlight circles of Europe, right after Olympics, from Paris to Berlin to Warsaw. By the way, Warsaw is becoming extremely impressive place because it's sophisticated, it's very much American city, so close to Russia. So the discussion was about Putin asking mega gurus to create two crypto exchanges of that massive size to execute this, the protective monetary policy, if you can call it this way. And another very interesting thing that I want to share with you, being my investors around show and entertainment of our space partners, the people who acquired our SpaceX cargo and are sending very compelling things to the moon. We've entertained some of them in Europe, and I committed to have like a Copernicus road show, Copernic Space, and guess what I discovered? I thought I knew Copernic inside out, but I discovered by visiting a museum where he was born that he created absolutely incredible monetary theory. He wrote it, I think, like in 1510. That was addressing the coins, gold coins and semi-gold coins. You know what? The wisdom, the vision, it is so compelling, so similar to, especially trendiness, what you were just discussing a moment ago. And I'm sorry, for some reason I cannot see you as a speaker, but when you were talking about trends impacting, Copernic monetary theory is so cool, it's so fitting. They were dealing with the fact that there were good coins, bad coins, gold ones, and pretending to be gold ones. So I'm rereading it again for possibility of using it in a creation of my topics. And another very interesting, we were talking about innovation of the NFT value, and I am biased because this is where I go with my NFTs. I believe that NFTs value take it based on its substance, authenticity, and relevance to compelling events, to authenticated mission, authenticated relevance to either philanthropy or building of the new economy, like a space economy. And this is why I took in my collection tokens of new artists to Paris, to Olympics, creating some compelling events that will give those NFTs much bigger meaning than what traditionally happens. and also incredible powerful force that is going to game change with all these alliances and partnerships with big brands that can step in and collaborate with the democratic entity. And I'm talking about it based on my experience of interacting with some of those brands. It's going to be game changing. But those NFTs have to be relevant to whoever curates them. I have my mission. I'm not in the service of brands, but if they come together and combine each other's strengths, the marketplace is going to be completely changed. You know, Louis Vuitton has $10 billion marketing budget. Okay, versus NASA, $90 billion. So yes, I'm in the space industry. I'm very like entrepreneur of technology. I am not romancing space companies. I'm looking for mega funding for us to work in space by bringing selected brands because their massive budgets are looking for new ways to show up. So I'm very excited about also unleashing this type of financial energy. And I'm going to use my tokens. I'm going to use Doge. I love Doge because it stands for do only good every day. And I have certain relationship with Bitcoin. And I'm taking Bitcoin to the moon. Let's see what happens. Unpredictable, unpredictable. But I enjoyed listening to you. And for some reason, I cannot see who was speaking, but I enjoyed listening to you. Thanks for opportunity to respond.
Oh yeah. I'm the Gaussian snake.
Oh,
Which
you are?
yeah, if you see a picture of Kofar with a snake around his
Yeah,
head,
I even liked him because I love the image of the snake. Yeah. But where are you? I cannot find you here. On my...
interesting. I don't know, J5. You're the tech guy.
That's
Where
probably
are
her
you? Like
app.
in the second row or...
He is on the second row.
Okay. Oh, yes, here you are. Of course.
Yeah, just look for the Kofar being surrounded by his snake.
Yes.
Yeah, I love what you said. Pushing for NFTs is really bringing real world utility to them.
Yes.
You know, making them mean something more than just
Yes.
an image on a screen.
And
And
even since you are so beautifully embracing snakes, uh, snakes are misunderstood and are beloved. And I am dedicating a lot of resources in my upcoming NFTs to ethical treatment of animals. And the snake NFT that would appeal to those who share a feeling of compassion for those terribly treated creatures, I am sure could compel significant financial positive fury to buy snake NFTs
The
if
next access level
they are being
unlocked.
offered by
Join a clan to
authentic
dive into naval
protectors
encounters
with
as
the
part of a
authentic
cohesive
way to
team.
dedicate not a crappy 5%, because there are some NFT attempts to to do good and then they dedicate only 5%, give 30, 40, 50. I financed Satellite Rhino, and the commitment always was to give at least 50% from my Satellite Rhino NFTs, which also ended up in the museum like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, because they were one of the first NFTs using NFTs to bring money from selling satellite data to find poached rhinos in Africa. So it was a true value chain. And we wanted to support um, the survivors organization, who is dedicated to finding poached rhinos and saving them. Or cat coins that I'm supporting, because they give a significant part of their financial gains to fighting for cats. And I am financing sending moon cats to the moon, to put cats on the moon, NFTs priceless, the only collection of the cats on the moon, and see how we can fundraise. And this is what gets me passionate about NFTs. Game changers. Catcoin is here in the room even. Yeah, hooray. So Catcoin is absolutely, go and get it. They are undeservingly inexpensive. They are not going to be, because they are going to the moon, and we are lifting off in October. And it is the most sincere coin dedicated to true philanthropy, because the leader of CatCoin community flew to meet with me in California. We went to the SpaceX rocket launch together with my cat, with his CatCoin. We made a big donation to the local animal shelter, so they are real. And this is what I love about coin and about NFT, changing the reality on planet Earth. And if it takes to going to the moon to do that, this is what we are doing. But it's very nice to meet you, the snake, and listening to you. Fantastic, great talk. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I've heard so many great things about you, Lady Rocket, from Jay